response have you had from passengers so far?
To date we've spoken to close to 800 passengers and we're still continuing to receive inquiries from passengers, especially those that have been too seriously injured to date to contact us. So we're getting a really good response, and the class action is open to everyone that travelled on the ship, on the cruise, on the Ruby Princess leaving Circular Quay on the 8th of March, and it also includes relatives of passengers who have suffered a serious psychological injury as a result of the events that occurred, and also estates of deceased passengers.
So who are you actually accusing of breaching that duty of care?
So the class action has been brought against Carnival plc and Princess Cruise Lines Limited. So Princess Cruise Lines Limited is the owner of the Ruby Princess, and Carnival is the time charterer and also the company that issued the tickets to passengers.
And what are you saying they ought to have done?
Well, we say that they ought to have taken appropriate steps to firstly warn passengers of the risks they face when they got on that ship, and then whilst they were on the ship, they should have taken steps to adequately protect passengers from getting sick. And those steps extend to, for example, social distancing, warning them not to gather together in crowded places, wearing masks, isolating themselves if they were showing symptoms of coronavirus.
That wasn't actually the advice at the time, though, was it?
Well, we say that they had knowledge of the risks, and they knew that there were steps that could have been taken to protect those passengers, and those steps were not taken. This all occurred at a time where the Australian government had declared coronavirus to be a global pandemic, and where two other ships in the Carnival fleet, the Diamond Princess and the Grand Princess, had also experienced similar outbreaks at an earlier point in time.
Diamond Princess is an interesting example. They were kept on the ship and there was further spread between passengers, even though that was the medical advice. Couldn't you argue that they actually suffered worse injury in that people contracted the disease they wouldn't otherwise have?
Look, I can't comment on the Diamond Princess experience. I mean, all I can say from what we've investigated, the accounts that we've heard from passengers, is that there was no warning or disclosure whatsoever of the risks that the passengers were facing when they got on this ship.
What should the ship have told them, though? Isn't there some responsibility on the passengers to make themselves aware of something like a global pandemic?
Look, I think the buck stops with the people that issue. When you buy a ticket to go on a cruise, you trust the cruise operators that they're going to provide a safe environment for you. Many passengers asked whether it was safe to travel, and they were told that it was. Now, beyond that, a person is entitled to put their trust in these companies that they will provide you with a safe environment, and that's not what they did.
Vicky Antzoulatos from Shine Lawyers, thank you for your time.
Thank you.